Yes, they've technically all been operator error, but it does still happen, and it's happened multiple times. This pump is extremely affordable. I've had multiple leaks, and flange size does matter. We all know that wearable breast pumps offer moms today more freedom and flexibility than ever before. So let's address the elephant in the room. This one costs about 5 times less than this one does. But can it get the job done? And is the more expensive Elvie pump really worth it? Hello. If you're new to the channel, I'm Annie with Mom's First Steps, where we talk about all things pregnancy and postpartum with a mission to empower moms to embrace motherhood with confidence. I'm a mom of 4 with a total of 66 months and counting of nursing and pumping experience. So today's review of Elvie versus Momcozy is right in my wheelhouse. I'm currently still nursing and pumping my 4th baby, so I'm living the pumping mom life every single day. First, let's talk about what these two pumps have in common. They have the amazing convenience and flexibility of a wearable breast pump compared to a traditional breast pump. Both pumps have multiple modes that allow you to adjust the speed and suction to whatever feels and works best for you. Both pumps have multiple flange sizes, and flange size does matter. They both have 5 different parts per pump, so there's a similar time and number of parts for assembly before each use. Both of these pumps are much easier to pack in a purse or diaper bag if you're on the go than a traditional breast pump. At the end of the day, they're both effective breast pumps, which is the most important thing. I still find myself gravitating towards my traditional Spectra S2 pump most of the time when I'm pumping at home, but these two can both get the job done. Lastly, for what they have in common, you can purchase both the Elvie and the Momcozy as a single pump or a double. I personally have double for both because I do like to use both at the same time. All right, so now let's get into some of the differences. We'll get into the pros and the cons for each pump. Let's start with the pros of the Momcozy pump. Number 1 is the price. This pump is extremely affordable at about 1/4 to 1/5 of the price of the Elvie. The Momcozy battery life is much better than Elvie. The Momcozy can hold more milk with about 6 ounces in each tank. Lastly, I like that I can easily detach the motor from the milky parts. This is really helpful when I'm storing my milky pump parts in a plastic bag in the fridge throughout the day while I'm pumping. And now let's talk about the cons of the Momcozy pump. I've had multiple leaks. Yes, they've technically all been operator error, but it does still happen, and it's happened multiple times. You have to be careful that the entirety of the flange is attached to the base. If not, even just a tiny bit, you will leak milk out of the bottom. Losing precious milk is no fun, nor is drenching your clothes. Next, the parts are not dishwasher safe, so you do have to hand wash everything. It is louder than the Elvie pump by a bit. It's more traditional in sound to a traditional breast pump. Now let's move on to the pros of the Elvie pump. First of all, the shape of the Elvie pump is a lot less bulky than the Momcozy. It's much more discreet when it's under your clothes, and it's more likely to hang out inside of your clothes with no one the wiser, depending on what you're wearing. The Elvie is extremely quiet. I've pumped while walking through airports, on airplanes, at a friend's baby shower, while talking to people, on video conference calls, and even while out at dinner at a restaurant. This thing is quiet. Next, the Elvie pump parts are dishwasher safe. I've had 10 months and counting with frequent use in the dishwasher with no issues. This is a big deal to me since I have 4 kids and I prioritize convenience over, well, a lot of things. Next, the Elvie customer service is very responsive. One of my parts cracked and I asked them to send me a replacement, and they did. They did it quickly and with no questions asked. Next, the pour spout in the Elvie is easier to use than on Momcozy when I'm transferring my pumped milk into my freezer bags for storage. Lastly, Elvie has an app, but candidly, I've never used it. I've never really seen a want or need to. So I guess it's a great option for those who are interested. I don't really see that as a necessity. Now let's talk about the cons of the Elvie pumps. First of all the parts have to be perfectly dry and perfectly placed together in order for the pump to work. Otherwise, you won't have suction and the thing literally won't work. This has been annoying several times. Next, Elvie only holds 5 mounts of milk per side, which can be an issue for those of us with a larger milk supply. With the sensor, sometimes it doesn't let you hold the full 5 ounces before thinking it's full and shutting off. This isn't as much of an issue for me anymore since my milk supply has dropped a bit now at 10 months postpartum, but earlier on, I was filling up those small tanks very quickly. Lastly, the price point of Elvie is a definite downside. It's around $500 if you're going for both pumps. Now that we've talked about the pros and the cons of each pump, here are my final thoughts. If you're looking for the convenience of a wearable breast pump with a limited budget, Momcozy would definitely get the job done for you. For the significantly lower cost, it's a great deal, as long as you're willing to hand wash the parts and double check that your flange is attached properly so you don't have the multiple leaks like what I've had. If you're looking for higher end features like a quieter motor, a sleeker design, an integrated phone app on your phone, and dishwasher safe parts, for the extra cost, you will love the Elvie. It's a great pump. I have both of these pumps and I use them both. If you're interested in purchasing the Momcozy pump, you can use my discount code and link below to get a special discount down in the description. I do also have a link to the Elvie pump below, along with a full written review on my Mom's First Steps blog. If you have any questions that I didn't answer in this video, please feel free to put them in the comments below. If this was helpful for you, please consider liking and subscribing. See you next time.